And yeah, and then after this one, we'll do Timmy's 2. So let's get started. Also, Miss Clam, the music is a great choice. I don't even know what song it is, but it goes hard. Now you're good. I'm gonna mute it for the VOD review, but I do like the music. I do like the music. Alright. Round start. That's not a bad round start, just if they choose block. I think you are a little negative, but it's fine. Back turn command grab. I like the throw pressure here. The command grab, honestly, probably you got it, so it's fine. But it is really bad. You're better off just doing some type of tick throw, or just doing normal back turn mix. But honestly, it's a nice option to present. What is it, like 27 or not 27 frames, but it's long. It's not 27. I meant to hit. Nah, I feel that. I feel that. All right, nice DP. So far, you're doing good. So we did this. You got out. Liking your defense right now. Okay, yeah. You chose all different options for defense almost every time, so keeping them on their toes pretty good. Okay. I think one of your weakest points, just from looking at the first two interactions, is your round starts. Your round starts are very risky. I'm not sure if this one was a misinput or not, but yeah, just doing like a jump S like that, and the other one was the dash. They're just a little risky. I think stuff like just normal far slash, walk back, um, even even 2S, or just or just a far slash like that is a lot better. It's just you're fine since you're Leo and you can make mistakes. Like taking that risk isn't too bad since you're Leo, but some characters you do not want to lose round start, or at least could counter hit round start. So maybe pick some safer round start options at the start, um, until you kind of get a feel for what your opponent is doing. Um, but I like the spacing. I get it though. Sometimes you want to just do something around start to get started. But if you're playing like a longer set, like a first to 5 or something, definitely want to start off a little safer, or and just kind of scope out what your opponent's doing. Yeah, you can see like just like you even doing like fireball might be a little safer. You kind of chose which is fine. It's your Leo, but like um, you have the health to work with it. But first 20. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to see a little safer around stars, just so you establish yourself as a as you're not going to do risky. Because I think the Sin knew you're going to do something risky again, so they've just blocked the last two round starts. Probably because they've been playing you for a bit, but let me go back and watch this part. Let me pull up this super quick just so I'm not crazy. Some stuff I'd like to see from your play, because honestly you're playing pretty well offensively. You're putting out good buttons. You're kind of chasing people with far slashes, which is good. I'd like to see a little more. So if you kind of look at how you're playing, which is it's not too bad to do this, but you like take space and then you completely back off. Let me see if I can find an example. Like right here. You know, that was good. I might be able to find the example right away. But yeah, you're Leo. Most people are just scared of you going at them. They're kind of looking for you to kind of do some approaching options, so they should be the ones backdashing you. You should. Well, you should. Once you kind of get in this mid-range space with Leo, and most mid-range characters, you don't want to leave it, or you immediately put yourself at like a weird disadvantage. Okay, that was good. Um, so let me find an example because I'm sure there'll be one. I just saw it, but I'm not. I don't want to go back. Okay, this is good. You gotta go back to neutral. You gotta go back to neutral. Nice. Your DPs are also a lot better than when I played you. Definitely DPing a little less, and especially at just crucial points. I don't think you've missed a DP other than the round start ones, which was good. So let me see in a neutral state. All right, yeah, nice. Yeah, so you don't really see you doing it again, but just in case you bring it up, but you keep using this move to get in. Where is it? Was it Zwei? Zwei? That's why this one. This is -6 on block. They're gonna press 2K and hit you. It's fine to use. It's more of like a whiff punish tool. Like, oh, someone's gonna whiff, or someone's gonna like back off, or something. You kind of want to do this, or you need RC. You just want to get in. Um, and you're kind of using this as your neutral tool, which is like okay, but it's kind of okay only if you have meters sometimes. And if they FD it, they can't really punish it because distance, or some characters can't. But I would refrain from using this move. I'd transfer over if you can um, to doing 6K, 6K or 5K. It is much better. Um, it's much better of a move to do to get in. It's only -3, so only Soul could um, could punish it, and it's an advancing normal. Um, so you're kind of like you're in this like weird range. To kind of talk about earlier, you're in this weird range, mid range, like right. You kind of in this range a lot, like right here. Um, and instead of like doing something a little safer or something, you'll do like a 2D or that move. Both are punishable. Um, yeah, so you do that, and this is like a staggerable move too. So a lot of people think you're gonna cancel out of this. Lots of people think you're gonna cancel out of this into something. So you could do like 5K, and then like now you're in close slash range. Now you could just steal turns with close slash, especially since it's -3. Like people are gonna think you're gonna cancel out of it into something else, but you don't. Which gives you Gatling option 6K, 6H, and also if I'm not mistaken, it frame traps into this. I could be wrong though. 5K gap is throwable, but 5K, 6K is not. Okay, yeah, it frame traps into a combo. So people are just going to be scared of the frame trap there, and you could use that to your advantage. It also forces a little tick throw situation. And also in cases you're trying to 2D, you might just be wanting to press this button instead. Um, just so like you space them out a bit. I think you're really struggling in this mid range spot of like, what do I do when I get there? And like you want to set yourself up for the nice Leo shit. But yeah, once you start doing that, you give up your turn real quick, and then people start taking advantage of it. It'll work a couple times. 100% it'll work a couple times. Um, but once so you start doing it more and more, people are gonna definitely start knocking you down. And it's your Leo, so it's not that bad. But like, it's still like you still want to play the game. But so like yeah, in these situations, like 6K is definitely much better. You get yourself in, you get them scared, you know. Maybe you like with 5K into like 2S, stuff like that. Just so you could get in, because I think that's where you're struggling. You're just like, I want to get in, but I kind of want to advance forward. You don't want to step dash forward. See, that was a good 2S. That was a good advancing 2S, but sadly he DP'd. But yes, okay, okay, yeah. I definitely want, so like, which is funny because I'm like, oh, you're being a little too aggressive. What's up, Arcia? I'm like, you're being a little too aggressive, and then I'm like, oh, now you're being a little too passive. Yeah, get on and find that in between. You wanna, doing like fireballs really good, and then doing like walk back 2S really good, or walk back 5H really good, um, and then mix in some aggression in there. But it seems like you're either all in or not all in. That's also, I think, something that could definitely be worked on. Nice. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here too. Like this, why I think you're just scared of this mid range situation, because you get this situation, whatever he bursts. But then in this situation right here, you're fine. Like he whiffed elk, and you like backdash and did this. This is fine. This is great. Hold your space. But yeah, you need to approach a little bit and kind of hold this. Once you start like forward backdash, forward backdash, forward backdash, you're not gaining anything. You're kind of just losing whatever you think you've gained, and then people are going to start attacking the backdash space. So that's why he jumped over and air dashed you. He's attacking your backdash space because he's kind of assuming you're going to do that. But like when you start doing like walk forward block and a walk forward button, people get really nervous right here. Like this person, if you just walk forward blocked, you see how he instantly started walking back. He did not want to deal with that. So as soon as you start walk forwarding, blocking, and then walk forwarding, doing other stuff instead of walk forwarding, backing off, people will be more scared. That's why like dash blocking is so broken in this game. Because if you dash block and people are minus on like stuff, that like you're closer to them, so now they're more scared. So he's just scared to press a button once you're this close. So he's just like, okay, I gotta make a little space for myself, and then I could attack. But then and then he kind of just read your jump there. But in general, or backdash there. So again, like like if this is a block 2D, you're dead here. So like doing something a little safer, keeping your space. I definitely practice being mid range. Um, I think that's where your weakness shows the most right now in this VOD review or this VOD. I think you're just kind of scared to be mid range. You seem pretty comfortable from far with fireballs and the jump ins and whatnot. I think once you get into that mid range, you're kind of struggling a bit because I think you're just like, okay, this is my chance. Let me do something. When really you could just put like a little bit of stagger pressure on them and then and just get in their face, and then you're Leo, right? Like you could do your frame traps, you could do your close slash into grab, or close slash into cross up, or close slash into 2S, or just 2K into dash 2K. Do a little some of that. Let's watch this Anji around. Honestly, I think we got some good stuff though. Like I think we kind of found a little bit of the weakness. So So yeah, I mean, like again, like once you're in their face, you're doing pretty good. Like once you're here, you're just like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna start staggering my pressure. I'm gonna start tick throwing, which is great. Um, um but I think you are struggling in the mid range, which is fine because a lot of people do. Because Leo is technically not in mid range. He still needs to make that extra step. And usually Leo's okay at far range because of fireball. So like, just so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like right here, and I think you're trying to like bait a grab, where like I don't think you established enough stagger pressure yet to bait a grab. Nice, that's perfect. So now get in his face. Yeah, you really want to be in his face here. What happened? He just GC'd. If you look at Leo's, if you look at Tempest's Leo, he does a really, or yeah, Tempest and Razzo do a really good job at this. Probably the best Leos at doing this. You could just kind of check how they shimmy. If you're trying to shimmy there, I'm not sure if you were or not. The way they shimmy is definitely the best. They don't backdash. They kind of just use Leo. They kind of just stay in Leo form, or they kind of just stay in like the close range. I would say Leo form. They kind of stay in close range and um, walk back and forth pretty well with Leo. You can kind of see the range they're standing at. It's definitely a really strong range because you could close slash still hits, but you don't get grabbed. Oh damn, he tried cheesing you. RC, nice. It's okay. Oh, fireball didn't come out. He went kind of crazy there. Unfortunate. I think he did pretty good that round anyway. So pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I'll write a little notepad thing here just so I could gather my thoughts on it. Notepad. Definitely, I know you said that, definitely find more in between round starts. I just thought maybe you could not listen or listen to this one. This is fine, but yeah, I think you were either too aggressive or not aggressive enough. I think you're putting out either like punishable buttons or just like doing nothing round start a couple times. There are a couple times you did really good, like you just like did like a walk back 2S or something. But I think the couple round starts you either did something really aggressive, and or not aggressive enough. And you gotta really think of it when you do something aggressive. You gotta think of the risk reward. Like so, when Nago does DP round start, it's very low risk, very high reward. Like that's why they do it a lot of the time. Um, when they do Beyblade, like they can still get smacked out of it. Um, and you gotta like, is the dash forward you're doing or the DP you're doing around start going to get you a lot? That's kind of what you have to think of. DP, I mean, it could tilt people. It definitely could win around start. Definitely could get you out of that neutral situation pretty quick. But you're not going to get in a back turn. You're not going to get a huge combo off of it. You kind of just have to kind of think about that. I kept expecting the grab. Yeah, no, that's fine. So I would try, if you want, try and get a little bit more creative in the round starts. Kind of like start thinking about like what what you need to get going on round start and what is worth the risk type thing. Um, so which I don't know. I'm not a Leo player, but it seemed like your round starts were a little too passive or too aggressive. Um, uh, mid range, mid range. You definitely need to feel more comfortable in the mid range. Be more comfortable. This is kind of Leo's zone. Even though like you do, his real zone is you're knocked down in back turn. He's actually pretty good in the mid range. He has 5K advancing normal. Frame traps into 6K. He has, I think 2K. Well, like dashing 2K, advancing. You could do like 2K, 2K. Stuff like that. Just 2K, just 2K Gatling into anything else. Let me double check. Hey, 5 years. Let's go. Okay, my bad. 2K also Gatlings into 6K, but I'm pretty sure it's grabbable. I just used 2K. Figure out how to put 5K as much as I try. Yeah, I think so. 5K is a really good option for like just advancing you forward. Because if they block it, now that it's their pressure in their head, and if they're not, like you're moving forward at them at an increasing pace, especially with like a dashing 5K, and it's kind of hard for them to do anything about it. So that's kind of how I would use it, like more of just like an advancing tool, like an advancing hitbox, because it's a faster button. Let me make sure I'm not lying. I'm pretty sure it is. 9 frame startup. 2S. 12. Almost just 2S. Let me double check. 10. Yeah, it's a faster button than dashing 2S, and it's advancing. So you could kind of just put it out to advance forward and kind of just scare your opponent. I kind of look into a lot how Tempest uses it. Probably could pull up an example if I just looked at like a Tempest video real quick, but he definitely uses it pretty well. And since it frame traps, like you just have this mind game right away here, and I'm pretty sure you get like a decent combo, maybe into DP, HDP into back turn, or maybe even a better combo. I'm not too sure. I know you do get HDP into back turn though. But yeah, dashing 2Ks. Holding space with 2S. Yeah, just in general, don't give up space that you got. Oopsie, sorry. That you got. Yeah, just don't give a space that you got. Oh, it is also bigger than 2S. Yeah. And like 2S, you can't like the thing is with 5K is when they block it, you're like immediately putting them into a guessing situation, or just like a pressure situation. They kind of need to do something, either block or backdash or something, because you have tick throw now, you have frame trap, you have, I think you can cancel into run through, you can make it safe, stuff like that. So like that's like just presenting that, people are going to start like running away from it, and then once you got people running away, they're going to start backing themselves in corners, and that's kind of like where you got to shine a little bit. Yeah, don't know space you got. There's a lot of times you would like take space with a dash, and then you gotta hold that space. Even if it's just blocking, you gotta hold it. If it's putting out a button, you gotta hold it. I would avoid backdashing so much. Definitely gave up a lot of space, and people start reading what you're doing. Like that sin after like 2, 3 backdashes, he's just like, I'm chasing backdash now. So don't give up space. You really gotta hold your space as Leo, especially with his dash. You can't really hit him out of his dash anymore. So season 1 you could, but you can't do that anymore from him. So you just like you could just dash and you can hold that space, and they can't really do anything. And then your dash mixed in with your dashing 5K is pretty deadly. Dashing 2K, stuff like that. And even if you're going to go wild with RC, you know, dashing 2D, because now let's say they start backing off because you're doing, you know, dashing 5Ks, you can start back dashing. You could probably catch that with a dashing 2D if you have RC to make it safe. I think it, even if like you hit the tip, like unless they're like getting hit point blank, I don't know if they could punish it or not. Is it -5 now? Let me check. I don't know what 2D is. -8. Yeah, -8. So Dipper's German cousin. I was just reading the Dust Loop thing about it. Don't give up space, and then shimmy better. Yeah, you're doing backdash, no backdash. Yeah, you could just do like a little walk back and forth with a little Leo, and you'll just do a little shimmy. All right, see you, Josh. Do a little shimmy. You're kind of doing backdash, backdash, backdash. When you just do, shimmy is definitely scarier for them, because you're close to them and they're just like, oh, what are they doing? If they see you're backdashing, they could do like delay. They do a bunch of delay stuff because you're either gonna backdash or not, and then people can react to that. So doing a shimmy is better because you're closer to them, and then you'll put on that pressure, and then just making sure you like cycle in close slashes and stuff within that. Um, but I think your Leo looks pretty good so far. I think I played you last week, and it's definitely seen a lot of improvements. But right now, I think your mid range just needs a little work, and then holding space is hard for everyone. I think 99% of people have trouble holding space just because walking forward is very scary to people. Walking forward and holding the position is very scary, so a lot of people don't like doing it. But I really want to drill this into people. You gotta hold the space, or people are gonna start taking advantage of you. Um, and then this is whatever. I think this will come. I think this will come with time. I think once you figure out more risk reward with Leo, this will get better. I think you're just doing what you're comfortable with now, which is fine. But I think these two are definitely big.